Okay, so I was on YouTube, right? And stumbled across this video.
Uh-huh.
If only they knew why mirrors are not allowed in her hair salon. Before using a mirror, watch this.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you, it was wild. Big shout out to Onye's Stories and Folktales.
Yeah, I know that channel.
Yeah, so this salon, it's in Nigeria, has this like super strict rule. No mirrors allowed.
Yeah,
Like at all. Not even a peek.
That's strange. Why?
Right. Well, that's what the whole video is about, like diving into the whole cultural thing behind it and the folklore and all that.
It's like a hidden depth kind of thing.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So the main character, her name's Yasha. She's this hairstylist, crazy talented. Like, she can braid hair in an hour that normally take, like, days.
Wow, that's impressive.
But yeah, that no mirrors rule, she enforces it big time.
I bet some customers are like, wait, what?
Oh, totally. Some are just amazed by how fast she is, in and out, no fuss. But then there are others, like this one lady, Adu.
Okay.
She almost broke the rule, like accidentally. She had this tiny mirror, like a compact, in her pocket.
Oops.
And Yasha, she caught her. But then there's Zuri.
Okay.
Now, Zuri, she's not about to just go along with this weird rule.
Yeah.
She wants answers.
I like her already.
Right. She's like, nope, got to understand this. So she starts asking around and ends up talking to this older woman, someone known for, like, spiritual insight.
Interesting. So we're getting into some deeper cultural beliefs here.
Yeah. And that's when things get really wild. So it turns out Yasha's mother, before Yasha was even born, she made a deal with a spirit.
Oh, wow. A bargain with a spirit.
Yeah, like a serious one.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit would give Yasha this incredible talent, but in exchange, it would have this influence over her life.
And that's where the no mirrors thing comes in.
Exactly. Turns out, this spirit, it's been bound to Yasha since birth, like helping her with the braiding and all, but it's super sensitive to reflections, like fatally sensitive.
So mirrors are a big no-no.
Huge no-no. And this bargain, it really makes you think, doesn't it? Like about the lengths a parent would go to for their child's success,
Yeah, and the whole idea of like cultural expectations and those unseen forces at play.
Right. And then you think about how in Nigeria, a lot of women are the breadwinners.
Yeah.
So owning a successful hair salon, it's like this path to independence,
Definitely. It can provide a level of autonomy and financial security that's really important.
So here we have this incredibly talented hairstylist bound to a spirit working under this bizarre rule, and her friend determined to figure it all out. What happens next?
I'm all ears. So Zuri, she doesn't just sit around, She's like, okay, we got to do something about this. She really dives into all this Nigerian folklore, looking for a way to break that spirit's hold on Yasha.
She's a good friend, that's for sure.
Totally. Not afraid to face the unknown to help a friend. And get this, their plan involves a mirror.
A mirror. But the spirit can't be around mirrors.
Exactly. It's like a specially prepared mirror meant to trap the spirit.
Oh, wow. Like a spirit trap.
Yeah, and it makes you think about mirrors, right? Like in so many cultures, they have this deep meaning.
Yeah, like vanity, self-reflection.
But here, it's about empowerment, breaking free.
It's like taking something ordinary and turning it into a weapon.
Exactly. And the scene where they actually confront the spirit, intense.
I bet.
It's like good versus evil, old ways versus new ways,
Yeah.
But they manage to trap the spirit in the mirror, smash it, and boom, Yasha's free.
That's amazing. Talk about a second chance. It's like those stories where someone gets delivered from something,
Yeah, it's a classic archetype, right?
It makes you believe in the power of, like, breaking free from anything that's holding you back.
Totally. But what about Yasha? What happens to her after all this?
Yeah, like, what about her salon?
Well, no mirrors rule, obviously.
What?
Customers can finally see themselves, all glammed up. But for Yasha, it's more than that. It's like she can finally breathe, make her own choices.
Oh, right, because that spirit was controlling her whole life, wasn't it?
Yeah, remember. Even marriage was off the table.
So being free means she can actually live her life, finally.
Exactly. It's like a whole new beginning.
Makes you appreciate those little freedoms.
Absolutely. And it shows you the power of courage, friendship, not giving up.
And speaking of amazing things, can we talk about the hairstyling in the video for a second?
Oh, yeah. Those braids were incredible.
It's like, Yasha aside, African hairstylists are just on another level,
For real. The creativity, the skill, it's mind-blowing.
The styles have, like, influenced everything.
Oh, yeah, totally. Cornrows, box braids, they're everywhere.
It's like this global cultural exchange happening through hair.
It's amazing. But let's get back to the story, the deeper meaning and all that.
Right.
The creator, they made a point of highlighting the moral,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
respect the rules, but don't be afraid to question them if something feels off. And then there's the whole like bravery and friendship, asking for help when you need it.
Powerful stuff.
It really fits the whole vibe of the story, encouraging us to think critically, challenge what we believe.
And to remember that, like, we're all connected in some way.
Exactly. But it also makes you think about those unseen forces, right? Maybe not spirits, but things that influence us.
Like what?
Well, think about it. Societal pressures, cultural norms, even the stories we tell ourselves.
Oh, yeah, like those limiting beliefs.
Exactly. It can feel like you're being pulled in a certain direction.
Yeah, it's like we're all caught in this web. And sometimes it takes a story like Yasha's to remind us that we can actually, like, break free.
Totally. But the question is, how do we even know what those forces are, especially when they're like so ingrained in us?
Right. It's like they're invisible almost.
It's all about self-awareness,
Mm,
taking a step back and looking at yourself, your beliefs, the things you do, why you do them.
like really questioning yourself.
Yeah, like what stories are you telling yourself about who you are, what you can do?
And are those stories helping you or holding you back?
Exactly, that's the key.
Man, that's deep. It makes you think about all the times you've, like, doubted yourself or made a choice based on fear, not what you really wanted.
It's like those unseen forces are whispering in your ear, leading you down the wrong path.
And once you realize that, then what?
Then you can start to fight back. You can change your story, make different choices, break free from those limits.
That's like we have more power than we think, huh?
Absolutely. We're not just puppets. We can shape our own lives.
And stories like Yasha's, even though they're like from a different culture with all the folklore and stuff, they can really help us figure things out.
They give you a new perspective, a different way of seeing things.
It's like they're reminding us that we're all connected somehow, even with all our differences.
Yeah, like we all have these hopes, these struggles, this desire to be free.
So wrapping up our deep dive into this hair salon and spirit stuff,
Yeah.
I'm just amazed by how much we uncovered.
I know, right? It's crazy how a simple YouTube video can lead to all this.
We started with this no mirrors rule and ended up talking about like life choices and unseen forces and everything.
That's the beauty of a good deep dive, that takes you on this unexpected journey.
And leaves you with like a million questions.
But those questions are good. They make you think, make you want to learn more.
It's like they're pushing us to keep exploring, to never stop questioning.
So, as you go about your day, think about this. What's influencing your path? What unseen forces are at play in your life?
It's a lot to think about for sure.
But it's worth it, because once you're aware, you can start taking control.
Awesome. Well, that's our deep dive for today. What a ride.
It was definitely fascinating.
Don't forget to share your thoughts with us online. Use hashtag #DeepDiveReflections. We want to hear your take on all this.
Let's keep the conversation going.
Until next time, keep those minds open and those questions coming.